Oh my god. Look at my skin. My skin has never looked better. This is easily one of the coolest places or hotels I've ever lived in. Oh. All of this beauty is just your playground. And I'm an actress and performing artist from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I'm going to tell you about a recent trip that I took to Ipoh. So right now I'm recording from the rehearsal room of a play that I'm currently performing in, which goes to show that you always have the time to make a YouTube video. I decided to visit the town of Ipoh because I had 3 days off from rehearsals and I was feeling in this very adventurous mood. So I thought, you know what, Ipoh's got great food, a little bit of history, and a place called Banjaran Hot Springs, which is somewhere that I've always wanted to go. And finally, I thought, let's do it. So, all aboard!
I don't know what it is about old train stations, but there's an undeniable atmosphere of romance and adventure. Maybe it's from one of my favorite films, Before Sunrise, where two strangers meet and develop an attraction for one another. My last train journey was India and there was nothing romantic about it, but it did make me fall in love with train travel because of the interesting people I met. So I was super excited for my slow travel train journey, which began at the old KTM station, otherwise known as the Kuala Lumpur Railway Station. Designed by British colonial architect Arthur Benison Haback, it's been ranked among the most beautiful heritage train stations in the world. So yes, this is the train station. You can look at the horseshoe arches. That's my favorite part of the station. And over there is the KTM headquarters. I freaking love the architecture of this place. The ETS, which stands for Electric Train Service, runs along the west coast of peninsular Malaysia. Popular stops include Ipoh, Butterworth and Padang Besar, which means, yep, you can take the train all the way to Thailand. You can buy tickets at the station or online, but if you're traveling during weekends, make sure you buy it online at least 2 days in advance because they sell out really fast. The trains come every hour and are sold in 3 classes, silver, gold and platinum, depending on how many stops it makes. The fares vary. It can start at 25 ringgit and go up to 120 for business class. Kind of like airline tickets, the earlier you buy, the cheaper it gets. There are some pretty good facilities here, plug points at every set of seats and a tray table. There's also overhead luggage compartments.
I'm gonna go in search of food and find the food carriage. I think it's very noisy, you probably can't hear me, but just letting you know that it's very comfortable, so it's not too warm. It's not warm and it's not too cold either, so like you don't have to wear like a sweater or anything like that. But yeah, let's go look for food.
The food here is simple and reasonably priced. You can get a nasi lemak or spaghetti with a drink for around 12 ringgit. I had the chicken rendang nasi lemak with a Milo and it was super satisfying enjoying a hot meal while watching the changing landscape and beautiful scenery pass me by. Okay, you can't hear what I'm saying in this because it's so noisy, but I'm basically doing a review of the toilet. And I gotta say, I was very impressed with the cleanliness. It definitely got my stamp of approval. Best of all, there was toilet paper. After 2.5 hours, I had arrived in the historical town of Ipoh. The train station here is built in the same style as the one in KL and is known to the locals as the Taj Mahal of Ipoh. The first thing I noticed on arrival in this town is how I felt almost transported into the past, and my mind could see stories of the British colonialists and the Chinese Taukes, with their mistresses enjoying themselves with the wealth made from the city's tin rush in the 1800s. Ipoh is a city founded on tin mining and is famous for its delicious food. A new tourist attraction of late is Concubine Lane, which has been around since the 1800s but saw a decline in the 2000s. After a major refurbishment and especially after the pandemic, the lane has been transformed. It's now a busy, vibrant street with everything you can think of to buy and eat. There's even a Hogwarts-inspired cafe where you can rent Harry Potter costumes and drink Butterbrew Float. Tradition is still preserved and many new businesses use vintage aesthetics, so the entire Kong Heng Square area is an exciting blend of new and old. One of my favorite places here is the basement of Book XXxx, which is an old bank vault transformed into a bookstore. Alright, it's now time to check out my accommodation at Sekeping Kong Heng, which is upstairs of a historical building. We'll take a little bit of a tour of the premises. Oh my god, it's like a chill out area! Got a water dispenser, which is great, so I don't have to buy bottled water. And a nice hammock, which I'm going to sleep on right now. Oh, hammocks are so comfortable. Oh my god, I just feel like I could sleep right now, seriously. And look at the view outside. You have this, which pretty much looks like a scene from a horror movie or something, or like a very art house film. Okay, so we're gonna walk through. I think it's concrete. Okay, I need to read up more about the architecture of this place, but I think it's designed by xxxxx if I'm not mistaken. But okay, so we're gonna go to my room, which is room number 8. The original features of the building have been preserved and reinforced with minimalist materials like concrete, timber, and metal, allowing the rugged features of the past to breathe with the space and creating a light and airy feel. Sekeping Kong Heng is one of many historical buildings repurposed into hotels by xxxxx, a Malaysian architect whose philosophies are creating a unique identity for Malaysian architecture. This room, I don't know, there's something about it. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's like the concrete or the wood or I don't know what it is, but it's so comfortable. I just had a really amazing sleep. I slept for 10 hours, which was exactly what I needed because I had not gotten enough sleep for the past few days, and I am so refreshed. And now I'm gonna get even more refreshed at the Banjaran Hot Springs retreat. I've been wanting to visit this place for a while now, but I always thought it out of my reach as the nightly rate for a room here is about 2,000 ringgit. But now there's a day pass option on a Klook for 336 ringgit for a full day, including cash vouchers. It's pretty worth it.
Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I have arrived at the Banjaran Hot Springs retreat. My gimbal is super wonky right now. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, I've arrived. And it's so nice, and also because today is like such a beautiful, bright, sunny day. Okay, I'm gonna take you outside. It's so nice. Yo. Wow, I feel like I've stepped into this land of peace and serenity and luxury at the same time. Yo, this place is something else. The entire resort is a geothermal lake surrounded by limestone hills. The grounds are huge and there's beautiful nature everywhere, including caves. The main feature is, of course, the natural hot springs. Its mineral compounds have amazing health benefits. So this is what they provide you. You've got a locker right here with a key. And then you've got a nice big fluffy beach towel, your locker. You've got slippers. And of course, with the Klook Day Pass, you have 150 ringgit cash voucher, which they will pass to you at the reception. There's also mineral water and extra towels available throughout the resort. First thing I did was hit the gym because gotta keep the consistency, you know, and then head out for a swim. The pool is heated and it was so relaxing swimming underneath beautiful limestone formations. Then it was time for lunch. Prices are a bit crazy town, but don't worry because it'll make sense with the 150 ringgit voucher. There's complimentary bread with a really amazing olive spread, and I had the pomelo salad with grilled prawn and the siakap tiga rasa. It was a really delicious meal and I used up 130 ringgit. This is like a little slice of paradise. It's amazing, beautiful nature. And you feel so safe at the same time because you just literally feel like all of this beauty is just your playground. Look at that. Just check that out. What an amazing thing. In addition to the relaxing hot springs, there are also heaps of facilities and activities here like a jungle walk, an ice dipping pool, a steam cave which uses the geothermal heat to create a sauna-like environment. A Gararufa fish pool where little fish eat the dead skin off your feet. A yoga pavilion and a herbal garden. There's also the sky bar where you can take in amazing views of the entire resort. But my favorite has to be the Crystal Cave. This room is amazing. I mean, look at that. It's so quiet, it's cooling because there's an air conditioner and there are little pockets of like crystals in here, as you can see. Over here, and this one. And I think I'm gonna like meditate or stretch or I don't know, like set an intention for manifestation or something. That feels like it needs to be done right here. And the smell is amazing because there are aromatherapy incense burners throughout the space. I'm not sure what smell it is exactly, but it's making me feel very, very recharged and energized. Another beautiful feature was the meditation cave that is by a waterfall. The video just does not do it justice at all, but this cave was really majestic. It was a huge space that felt really old and left me with a sense of awe. It's 6:30 and thus concludes my one-day spa retreat at the Banjaran Hot Springs. It has been so beautiful, as you can tell from my face. It was time to leave the resort and head back to my hostel where I made a very interesting discovery as to why I vibed so much with my accommodation. It all makes sense now. I know why I love this place so much, this hostel I mean. It's because this is the former dramatists' hostel, which once housed the performers of the Chinese Opera Theatre. And they performed next door and they lived here. This is why the energy of this space is so awesome and that's why it vibes so much with me. Hee 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 hee. The next day, I visited the Hanchin Petsu Tin Mining Museum, a highly recommended attraction in Ipoh. You will need to do a booking for the tours here. Just scan the QR code at the door or do it online. This is the dining hall of what was once the Hakka Tin Miners Club, founded in 1893, a mysterious and exclusive villa, home to some pretty notorious gangsters of Ipoh. In 2015, it was turned into a museum which houses some really cool timeless artifacts. This is the tour guide Leong.
Why I call infinity mirror? If you see an image, there's no ending, there's no stopping.
He was really knowledgeable and his passion for history made the tour a very enjoyable one.
One straight settlement dollar a day. $1 one day income in the year 1930s. This was a very, very big money. Because this $1 in that year 1930s, you can use to buy 100 sets of meals a day.
Wow.
He shared on the process of tin mining and also something which I found really interesting. Female freelancers. These women worked in the tin mines, answering to no bosses, making a living for themselves.
But her job doesn't stop here. From here, she needs to go back home, nurse house chore, clean up, cook dinner for their family. Once you crush the meat, the crushed meat you put inside this sausage farm to make Chinese sausage.
Oh.
There was also a segment dedicated to the 4 evils of the tin mining taukes, opium smoking being one of them. It was interesting to learn more about it, as the production that I was rehearsing for is called Opium, a historical play about a female tauke whose husband has an opium problem. I find it pretty interesting when life events intersect with my actor processes. Anyways, back to the museum. I would highly recommend this place. It's run by donation, the minimum is 10 ringgit, but it's truly worth every cent. Well, that's the end of my getaway video, and I will leave you with a food review clip. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Please do me a favor and subscribe, as I'm still really new and trying to grow and make more awesome content. Till next time,
like
bye!
Tambun biscuit, but it has red bean inside. Yay. It's decent. Like, I wanted to get the taro puff pastry because I'm such a fan of taro, but they didn't have it anymore because apparently like they're out of fire or something like that.